our vision is what we believe the world should look like and what we will make the world look like in 18 to 36 months.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Okay. The other question that I would love to ask you is because you touched this point about the big promise. About the promise, I love to call it the big promise because uh, this is actually really the backbone of the business, and no one. I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs out there don't take this seriously. They don't even know uh, what it means, and when you ask them this question, they again very is very common to find what you just described. No, I don't need one message. I need one message for my clients. I need one for my suppliers. I need one for my operators. I need 10 different messages, and and it looks like, for example, you describe what you do so easily. I think it was normal for 5 words, probably maximum six. What you do, 360, and but these 6 words are look simple, but it's extremely complex to define because sometimes the entrepreneurs don't even know which business they really are. Sometimes, people like you see McDonald's, right? They thought they're gonna be in the business of selling burgers, and they didn't realize that they were in the real estate business. And
Exactly.
so then your big promise, it had to be related. I don't know with what business do you really have. So any secrets, Neely, how you can help the entrepreneurs out there, or how they can get it right? Because I believe that if you have this big promise, like that promise that you call it, define, this is very helpful because it's like a train. If you are in the right track, the only thing is you need just push. But if you are in the wrong track, oh boy, I've been there in my
We all
businesses.
have.
Oh my God. Yeah,
If you're a
lost a lot of
serial
money.
entrepreneur, you've been
Yeah,
there.
oh my God. You put the train in the wrong in the wrong track and you start to push it. Oh, that's not going to end up well. So tell us, any secrets?
So you're very right. That promise is one of the things that extremely removes friction from an uphill climb and really to go to and reach the product market fit phase. Um, I wish I could just say, go to sleep, you'll wake up with it in the morning, but first of all, many promises and many company and brand names, that's what happened. Like, Rolex, their founder ended up on a bus ride in the double deckers in London. He was sitting there took him weeks to find the name Rolex, and then suddenly he hopped on the bus and hopped off with the name. So on one hand, it happens suddenly, but I can tell you that from my experience of working for 15 years with entrepreneurs and companies and some that have really grown exponentially, eventually that is what the core four is about. So if you want to reach the right promise, or you want to reach your right audience, or the operation mode, or the people that you're going to welcome onto your entrepreneurial bus, eventually the answer lies in that core four, in the compass that you created. And one of the elements of that compass is the promise. Now, if you still want me to try and nail it, and just like I did mine, eventually our vision is what we believe the world should look like and what we will make the world look like in 18 to 36 months. How are we going to do it is with our core values, right? It's not what we're going to do, but how. This is how we're going to operate. This is what we believe in, which also justifies the vision, but it also helps us understand how we operate, how we choose our team members, what kind of customers we're going to have. And then we have that mission. Remember that North Star, the one thing that we do. And then when you have that one thing that you do, you say, we do this day in, day out so that you, Mr. Customer, can something. So once you are able to complete that paragraph of, we believe that, And that is why we are here, in order to make the world or people in a specific niche, like entrepreneurs, move faster with less friction and anxiety. That is what we do. That is what we believe in. That is the world I believe in once I'm able to live up to my mission. And that is to help as many people get aware, acquainted, and experience their core four. So that is my mission. That's what I do day in, day out. I share, I talk, I work, I run workshops and offsites, and I take amazing invitations like yours, Harry, to meet with people who have access to entrepreneurs. The core four is the essence, right? So that is what I do day in and out, and I can make you why do I do that? So that you, Harry's audience, can remove friction and anxiety and move forward faster in the right direction. Okay,
Mhm.
so that is how you wrap it up, and that's how you know that your promise is real, because it is the ending of your paragraph. Once you fill in that framework, I think it's very easy, but it does require dedication, and again, it is evolutionary. So many of the people I engage with, I see them a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, and and we touch base just to make sure that everything still fits. The good news is that once you run the core four and you turn it into not just a framework, but into a mindset, if something is not working with the promise, with your team, with investors, by the way, with your pitch, then you always know where to go back. It's like, I can't nail this deal. What's going on? What's going on? And then sometimes, like even for me I was, trying with my ADHD to complete a book in 10 months, and my first, right? And that's so, but then I found that, I was just like many entrepreneurs, that sleeping more, eating less, and working less. And but since, to me, family comes first, and I wouldn't it, I found that I got to get unstuck from this situation. By the way, from very stupid entrepreneurial reason, but that is that my kids are watching. We have
Yeah.
four girls all together, and I cannot tell them, listen, you gotta go get it. I know it's tough, but let's just finish this. And they're all having, they're joining, they're completing their high school studies, and one of them is trying to. So what the funny thing was, and this is like the spiritual element of it, but the day I completed my edited manuscript and handed it to, and was ready to upload it to Amazon, my girl completed an exam that I was babbling on for months.
Wow.
But it was on that day, and she aced it with flying colors, and I had that manuscript, and we laughed about it later, but it was like, it's that kind of motivation, that your values are an engine. And that also is, the way to live up to your promise, because you can't make a promise that you don't believe in, or that's not the way you operate. That is why your promise is I put it also last.
Very good. Very good. Then one more thing, let's talk about the importance of accelerators, because you see, when you start, most of the people, they start a business like by accident. Even me, you see, you have a problem, you solve this problem for yourself, um, you're making a little bit of money, and then you start to solve the same problem for the other people, and there you go, you are in business. But then something happened in this entrepreneur journey. My first business was in property. We managed to sell over 5 million, but I didn't know any better. My parents are employees. There is no entrepreneur reference in my family. Only my granddad, and he died when I was very young. Um, so in the end, I'm there in this business, and this is what happened. I'm wearing all the hats. I'm doing the selling, the accounts, the operations, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Um, and you see, when you're starting out, nobody, people, people they don't want to buy your product, or they want to buy your product very cheap because nobody knows you. And then your suppliers, they want to give you a high price, and the operators. So you find a lot of resistance everywhere, which is part of the process to start your first business. And the process that happened is that you, because of lack of experience, this emotional pain of all this reaction start to store in your mind. Yeah. And in my case, for example, the first 2 years of the business, I'm like, I don't trust anybody. I'm not employing anybody. I don't going to allow anybody to talk with my landlords or even with my tenants. What if they open the door of the house and they steal a computer or something? So, but then I'm exhausted. I'm waking up with my laptop every single day in the labs, and I'm not even sleeping straight. I was working in the evening, going to sleep, and then wake up with my laptop. And I'm so tired that actually I couldn't function anymore. And then I start to hire people. Then I find out that everybody that I hired, they were better than me at everything. To the point that I arrived one day to the office and they told me, Harry, we don't need you. Go home. So they even sent me home. And they say, we can grow this company without you. However, that process leaves something that you're talking about, that emotional pain. And this emotional pain, if it's not treated, if it's not released, can become physical pain, and you can get sick. So the business without knowing can kill you. Because at some point in my business, all the tenants want to speak with me. We'll have like 170 plus tenants. They all want to speak with Harry. My team want to speak with me. Everybody want to speak with me. I'm thinking these people they're gonna kill me. I'm only one. They don't care that we call you 1 a.m. They have a problem. They say they gonna literally kill me. Even in this broadcast, one of the entrepreneurs, he has like 3 businesses were turning out like $1 million, and the guy was vomiting blood. And he told me, Harry, I'm running this business not running me. And then he took off. He went 1 year to Thailand, and he shared the story in this podcast. So these accelerators is actually a way to not only to accelerate the growth of a company, but also have a huge impact, in my opinion, in the mental health of the entrepreneur, as that been there, that know the pain, that know how much work have to take. Look at me, I'm still a bit chubby, you see, because I took a hit of all the stress and then eating. You see, I'm still working on the
It's the
case.
cortisol. It's not you.
I'm
it's
still working on the case
cortisol.
to get hit. And
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.